guys, so it's Butterfly here, and I've noticed that a lot of people are having difficulties with understanding the ins and outs of the wiki. And a lot of the mistakes that are being made are simply formatting mistakes or coloring mistakes or something along those lines, such as with spoilers or with quotes, things like that. And I wanted to kind of clear up any confusion and misconceptions you have about the wiki to better help you do your job as a wiki team member. So let's get right into it. Okay, so with exception of our party server, you should be able to click on any of the other links we have on the main wiki page and be able to see something like this. There's no pictures here, it just has links that take you to different parts of the sub-wiki. And right now we're in Brawl Hub just for demonstration purposes. Now I wanted to point out a couple of things here. This is the discussion, and I'm using the dark theme to make it easier, but this works the same for white theme as well. And here you can see different ideas that people have for the wiki in general. And it is subsection specific, so discussion here will be pertaining purely to the Brawl Hub. And so you can see different things that they would like out of this, and you can actually go all the way down to the very bottom and see the last time someone said anything. This little guy right here is the history, and this shows just the different types of versions there were. If something gets very messed up, such as with, say, my instance, the April Fool's Day joke that I had done for the party wiki, I could go back and actually revert it to the previous time that it had been edited, in this case, April 29th, 2015 at 6:45 p.m. by Chicken Putty. And if I'm not sure what the difference is, I can click on this guy and click on this guy, and I can go all the way down to the bottom and say compare versions. And here we'll be able to see the differences. So they didn't change much except linking it. And then to just go back and change it, you just click revert, and this just shows the current one. This little guy is editors. This will show all of the contributing editors and how many edits they made and when the last activity was. So with Audie, his last activity was April 17th. With Putty, it was April 29th. This is really useful for if you want to see who did what when and who contributed the most in case you need to get some extra information from that person. You can click on the Watch page, so if anything happens on here, you'll get a notification about it. And now we're moving on into the main part of the wiki, which would be the actual subsections. So we'll head into cosmetics. In cosmetics, it shows all of our information here. All the pictures should be centered like this. It's no good to have them to the left or to the right. It just looks better aesthetically to have them in the center. To have titles that are bolded, and I would actually rather have them a little bit taller, a little bit, I guess, bigger font than normally. And then you have your information. Easy to see colors. So what we'd like to see would be to actually go through and change these guys to a darker color than what it actually is, just for clarity. But I want to make a really good point here. And I'm actually going to go down and change this to the white theme. So as you can see, the color of the font went from white to black. And that is not the actual color that is shown in the color palette when you go to edit. It's actually the default setting. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that right here. So we go to edit, and we're editing this text. And I'm actually going to do an edit right now. I'm going to change this VIP a different color. Okay? So we go through, sorry, I don't typically use this theme. And we're going to change it to one darker just for clarity's sake, because the blues are very hard on the eyes. Actually, I don't like that color, so we're going to do this color. And then Elite, we're going to have this color. Okay, so it looks a little bit better. It's easier to see. I like to go through and actually italicize them as well to show that they're a little bit different. It helps them stand out. Your eyes are immediately drawn to that. So we look, and we see the exact same thing down here. So they did that there. Okay. So we're going to go through, edit this, and this guy needs to go back to the default color because we have here the S is the normal color, and so we're going to change these guys back to the same thing. Now, a lot of people will try and go right to like one of these colors, and it's not actually what you're supposed to do. There's this little option here that says none. You're supposed to click on that, and that takes it back to the default page. So we're going to do the exact same thing here. There we go. And this is just our way of editing this. And then here, we can go back and change this color. So MVPs and then elites. Awesome. So then when we save this page, notice how our edits have been saved, as well as the colors. If we didn't do that, say we went through and we thought to ourselves, okay, dark theme, right? I prefer dark theme, to tell you the truth. But we go back and we really think this is something that stands out. We need to know about this. So, of course, you're going to make it like a darker color. And then you preview it, which shows the preview of how everything would look at the end. And we're like, no, it doesn't seem quite right to have it a different color. Let's change it back. So then we go back down here, and we're going to change this back. So we change it to white, because we're like, okay, that it clearly is the same text color, right? And so we change this, okay? And it looks the exact same, so we save the page. We check, everything seems okay, except for the people that are using light theme. They come down here, and they see this formatting mistake, and they're like, okay, that's kind of weird, but if you look, it's still there, because the themes don't take into account the different themes. So we need to go back up here, re-find where we had that coloring mistake, and then change it back to this none, and then save the page. And sometimes this happens. So if this happens, what we need to do is we need to go back down here, take this color, and we need to go ahead and preview it. And then we come back up here and we're going to switch the theme. Now when we preview, it's fixed. It's a weird glitch thing. When you save the page, it should show the exact same thing, and it does. It fixes it automatically. Okay, and that should be everything that we need to know here. Make sure that you're double checking these, because a lot of them are dated, as well as the pictures that are on the front here. And that should be about it, guys. If you have any other questions, just let me know and I'll hook you up. But I hope this helps clear up any kind of miscommunications and some problems that you were having with the wiki. So, thank you very much.